Hey, welcome to Daily Fit Boost for another episode of People Like You. My name is Emmanuel Osasiri, your online personal trainer and wellness coach, and today I am blessed with a very special guest after a long time off from doing my podcast, Miss Corissa Lulu. And so Corissa is somebody that's very active, very passionate. She's going to talk about her desire to play and all this sort of mind, mental calmness and things and philosophies that she has that helps her and other people out. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Thank you. My name's Corissa Lulu, and I'm all about mindset, movement, play. I mean, I have many roles and wear many hats within the fitness, health, wellness industry, but I ultimately say now I'm a mindset mentor and a fitness coach.
Nice.
Right?
Nice.
So very happy to be here.
Right, thank you for having. So what are some things that you do as a fitness coach that really just encourage and inspire people?
Well, fitness in particular,
Right.
in terms of the body.
Right.
Well, I'm a personal trainer, like in person. I teach group fitness classes. Currently at Back-to-Back Sports Complex. Love that place so much. I also coach online, so I do online programming and personal training online as well.
Perfect.
And I'm working on more programs for
Yes.
that online space. So those folks that I can't reach in person, I can reach online.
Perfect.
So that's the fitness part.
And you're also working on a podcast coming soon, right?
Yes, Permission
Perfect.
to
So go
Play
ahead
podcast.
Go ahead and plug that in. Permission to Play podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And when can people expect this year, right?
Yeah, that one doesn't have a specific date. Now I'm going to start my YouTube, my podcast, and then my online programming, Permission to Play. I'd say for sure Permission to Play in March.
Right.
But just stay tuned with me on Corissa Lulu.
Yeah.
I have my website there, CorissaLulu.com, and then I have my Instagram, Corissa Lulu. So you can
Perfect.
just stay posted, or I'll keep you posted and stay plugged
For sure.
in there, and you
Yeah.
can find out when I launch.
Perfect. And I'll just go ahead and plug your website into the description box of this
thank
video.
you.
Perfect. So Permission to Play. This is one of the, when I first started following you through a mutual friend, I noticed that it's your mantra, your theme that you live by.
Yeah.
Take us into that. What is Permission to Play? How did it come about? And kind of go from there.
Yeah. So for me, I mean, I've been an athlete my whole life. I've always moved, right? And then I was a kinesiology major, so I'm 30 now. About 20 years old, I really started digging into the fitness
Right.
and studying it and applying it in my life and working out and training. So for a while, it was all fitness, body, health, be ripped, be fast, all with good intentions, right? But I was really focused on the physical. And then I found myself, personally in my life, up and down, gaining weight, losing weight. And I was a trainer. I was a kinesiology major, and I struggled with food, emotional eating, right? And I would beat myself up over it, being a trainer. I should know better.
Right.
I'm a kinesiology major, and I'm
Right.
passionate about healthy food, but why am I binging on this ice cream, right? So then I started to discover, there's a mindset portion. There's a mind portion of health. It's not just your body. And then in the last over 3 years, I really started digging deep into the mindset, like doing personal development, like deep self-work, right? 2 weeks ago, I just did another literally 45-hour seminar, just digging deep on the uncomfortable, but in the outcome, I'm free. I got my power, my self-expression, and that all, it's all together. So once you have, that mindset, once you really dig deep into that stuff, we got, and then you have a healthy body, and that could be nutrition, your fitness, your movement. I believe you give yourself permission to play.
Yeah.
Whatever that looks like. That could be talking to a stranger. That looks interesting, right? That could be like letting myself try a handstand. That could be trying a salsa class, or that could be literally being present in the moment with my family, being healthy and well and with them.
Yeah.
Permission to play in that moment.
Right.
It could look like anything, but at the end of the day, I believe the recipe is mindset and movement.
Yeah.
Like the health and wellness, and then you're playing in life, right?
Perfect. So let's dig into that a little bit. This is great. A lot of stuff to unpack. When you were fluctuating up and down with weight and your eating habits, right? What's one of the first or key or maybe fundamental things about your mindset that you discovered that just kind of changed everything?
Yeah. Well, I tried so many different things because I'm passionate about helping people. And when I was in my, maybe I was binge eating at night because I was stressed in grad school. I had clients, right? And I've always tried to be authentic,
Right.
but it was painful inside.
Right.
So what it looked like for me is, I'd eat really, really healthy, and then I'd binge, and things I would dive into to discover, like figure out what was going on.
Right.
For a while there, I thought it was my childhood. I thought it was my childhood and things that occurred back then that triggered me to want to eat and like hide food and then binge on it, or to go to it when I felt bad or stressed or sad. I thought that it came from my childhood, from things that I was diving into in groups and stuff like that, because I really wanted to heal it. And then I did more training and I did more mindset stuff and read more books and became more and experienced more life. And I discovered that it's really just a habit. And it's a powerful one.
Yeah.
Just like maybe someone addicted to, I don't know, alcohol, drugs. At the end of the day, my habit is, I'm stressed out. Or maybe I don't feel stressed, I'm just tired, or whatever it looks like. My habit is to go to the kitchen and wash my dishes and the food's there. That's my environment I go to every night, And then I sit there and I'm eating, even if it's healthy, like chocolate hummus. I just gave you some to put in the fridge. And it's healthy, but I would just eat more than I need to. And I just sit there, and then literally there's chemicals that are released in your body and brain that make you feel good and calm, dopamine and all that. So I started to discover that. I'm like, that's not my childhood. That's just a habit. And then I get some compassion there and more awareness. And I still struggle with that. Who doesn't love a freaking cookie? If you say you don't, you're not.
Yeah, well, shoot, me and Corissa just had like a dozen like between the two of us last night.
I think that meant me. I was like, what? Is this a metaphor? Clarissa, not chorus. Like,
but yeah, no, we just actually enjoyed some cookies last night, and it's just it's one of the fundamentals that I have with people that I help and come across with, and people that I've trained myself in the past. It's like, look, the way the body works is it doesn't respond well to shock. Our willpower source is already finite and limited as it is. And so it's gradual progressions and stuff. If you want to get to the point where you're eating little to no sugar, and you're regularly, then you kind of have to taper that off instead of just going cold turkey. Otherwise, your body's going to react to that. It's not going to be good.
And especially in terms of the brain.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all about teaching the conscious and subconscious mind.
Right.
That voice that we hear in our head is just trying to keeping us to survive. Right. And if, you try to take away your cookies cold turkey, your brain goes in animal mode. And you see a cookie, maybe you're good for 15 days. I literally talked about, that's funny we're talking about cookies. I talked about it on my Instagram story today. About all this. You take that cookie away, and maybe you're fine right then, but your animal brain's gonna turn on eventually. Give me the cookies when you're tempted in that moment. So let yourself eat healthy and well. Hold yourself accountable, I say, to proper nutrition. But also give yourself some room there to have a cookie. And that's one thing that I struggled with, because I'm very much about, a lot of us want to control, and I'll talk about myself. I wanted to control everything. I wanted to be perfect. If I wasn't ripped, I'm not a good trainer. Those are the things I struggled with. Being in front of a group fitness class. If I have a roll when I do show my sit-up, like, you're not fit. Little things like that, or like a cookie. So I struggled there. But slowly, after I did a lot of the deep work, I discovered a cookie is fine. I love cookies, and the more that I relax, for some people, maybe eating healthy and just allowing themselves to have that cookie is like the win.
Right, exactly, and that ties into my point that I was going to say just now, is that we can use things that are kind of like guilty pleasures in order to motivate us and stuff too. So a simple example would be, or maybe I'll use myself. So Monday through Thursday, I meal prep at work, and then for Friday and sometimes Saturday, that's when I'll eat out or go to a restaurant with Corissa and stuff like that. And so you can kind of use that to kind of reward yourself and kind of restructure that dopamine aspect of your brain.
And it gives you something to look forward to. Just like if you haven't seen someone in a long time. Like, obviously I want to see you every day, but that's not reality for a lot of us, certain individuals. And I get to see you finally, like this weekend. Well, I get to have my sushi this weekend. Or whatever that is.
Absence makes the heart grow fond. You talked about environment, which is a big buzzword for me, because when it comes to change, and I was just thinking about this in my head, just ranting in my head about this yesterday, but a lot of the times people change thinking, again, I use the word willpower, because when you want to change, it's very easy in the moment to go, I'm going to flex my muscles, I'm never going to eat junk food again, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. We all do, but there's a reason why a lot of people who have lost weight have gained it back even more so, because again, that's not how the body works. And so I was messing around with theories as far as like how sustainable change comes. I'm always messing around with theories and meeting new people and having conversations that challenge these, but where I'm at right now is environment. If you put somebody in a healthy environment, they're going to flourish no matter what. And again, it's going to take time, but you're already winning by just being in a different direction, a different focus.
Totally.
Another easy example real quick is this kitchen. So I have tangerines right there. I have some frozen fruit in the fridge, right? I don't have any cookies on me. Even the ones we ate yesterday, she brought them over.
Yeah.
You know, Friday night, we're just hanging out and stuff like that. So I already am programmed to know, or my body's already programmed to know that, well, that's just not a regular part of our routine. It's more like a reward for me, but it's not a regular, I'm not in the environment where cookies are always here. And so after a while, it becomes second nature. If I have a sugar craving, then I have fruit, or I can make a smoothie and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Totally. It's everything.
Yeah.
And I think before we talked about one of our favorite books is Atomic Habits. We were together last time. I love that book. And it just talks about like literally your environment. Your environment's everything. Same thing. So remember that example I gave of my habit was to come home at night after a stressful day, or maybe it was a regular cool day. Just my habits, I come home, I have, because I prepare my food, and I want to wash my dishes. Where do I go? Where's my environment? I go directly to the kitchen, right? And it could be healthy food that I'm binging on or whatever, just using to soothe, right? And that's my environment. So what I share a lot with clients and things like that is like, maybe I change my route. One simple thing. Or I put a yoga mat. A lot of the time I'll set my purse on my bed first. So what if I put my yoga mat on my bed, and my new habit I want to create for myself is a nice relieving stretch. Very simple, nothing crazy, but I do that first. And all I want at the end of the day is just to like relax. And that's what that, those chemicals give me when I eat whatever I'm eating. So instead of going straight to the environment of a kitchen, I go to the environment of my, the ground with my stretch. Right? But something is there to show me. And the same thing, I know better. I don't put any cookies in my environment. And because I will eat it. It's there. And
habit cues is what you're referring to as well too. So I made a video a while back, and as an example, it's a habit cue would be somebody that wants to start going to the gym, taking your gym bag and setting it out by the door the night before. Once you wake up in your regular morning routine, you dress, you do all the stuff, make coffee that you regularly do. Oh, you see your gym bag, that throws your habit routine off, and you're like, oh, this day's going to be a little bit different. And then just seeing your gym back there and keeping it in the front seat when you're going to work and after work, that reminds you, oh yeah, I'm going to the gym, and then kind of working it from there.
Totally, it's just all those cues, that environment. I do the same thing.
And
also saving energy if you prepare it the night before. Even if you're tired, I know. I'm like, prepare it, put it there. I'm gonna see it in the morning. That'll trigger me to just go. Right?
Yeah, for sure. One thing I appreciate about your brand is that permission to play again. You're an advocate of people just almost not taking themselves, don't take yourself seriously is how it comes off to me. And just enjoy what you enjoy to do. And that's one thing that I really stand by as well too. So somebody comes up to me and says, hey, E, I don't really work out because I don't like, going to the gym, or I don't like to exercise at the gym. Like, well, do you like to go swimming? Do you like to play basketball at the gym routinely and stuff with your friends and everything? And they're like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, well, there's your exercise. Keep doing that. And so kind of touch on like the importance of doing what you enjoy to do and not just,
Love it. Yeah, that's what I mean. And as a trainer, I've evolved to that, because before we're going to do all the burpees. Like, I was so inspired. I wanted to help, wanted to get them fit, but I just wanted them moving, right? Well, they did come to me too for help as well, but I was just so focused on what I knew. And now, after 10 years of experience in the fitness industry, I'm like, and with myself, people are different. People like different things. Like, I love to throw a barbell like a barbarian. I love it, and I also love yoga. But someone else might not like that. Maybe they just like nature and go hiking. Or maybe you don't even know what you like. Right? So that mindset movement, now in my coaching, I do provide programming if you want to get stronger, strength training. And I think that's important, totally, even if you don't like it very much. Maybe incorporate it a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Although, also, like, discover what you like. I have clients that really love Zumba. Like, they just want to Zumba forever. And I like that too, personally, but that's their jam. Like, do that. Or the hiking thing. Or maybe it's just bike path with the family. It could be anything. the biggest thing is just move your body.
Yeah.
Because in our, in society these days and how we've evolved, we're very comfortable.
Yeah.
And a lot of us work from laptops and study, and we're very sedentary.
Right.
And just whatever it is for that person that they enjoy and love to get moving.
Yeah.
It could be anything. Right?
Yeah, I like what you said just now too, because that's a good point. It's always good to kind of mix in strength training with it. There's so many benefits, countless benefits to strength training, faster metabolism, just injury prevention type stuff. There's so many benefits, and that's something I can challenge myself with, because a lot of times I try to simplify it to the point where just move. But if you can add something to your movement like resistance training, then it's even better. And I mean, what you just said right now, it kind of has the wheels turning in my head as far as like when people say they don't like working out, you just don't like the exercises that you've tried. You know what I mean? Like, have you tried every single resistance workout
there's so many.
Yeah, there's body weight
nowadays.
stuff. Yeah, there's pull-ups and machines and cables and stuff. So to your point, just find out, it's out there. There's one or two resistance exercises that everybody can tolerate. I mean, I'm convinced of that, even without proof. Just like, just keep trying until you find what you enjoy doing.
Yeah, totally. And keep it simple. And then with that, having that strength, I always preach to my clients, listen, you don't have to love to lift a barbarian. If you want to lift a barbarian like a barbarian, you can do that too.
Get it.
But if that's not your jam, I always preach, like, literally, because things happen. There's accidents, or there could be a natural disaster. Let's at least master our body weight.
Right.
Can you push your body weight? Can you pull your body weight?
Right.
Can you squat your own body weight? All those things are very important in life.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not something like a tragedy or a natural disaster, but if you were to fall down, can you pick yourself back up again? Right. So I think it's so important to at least get that strength to master your body weight, or maybe your children's body weight, or your significant other.
Yeah.
So that for sure, and then mobility too.
For sure.
It's another jam that if you have any pain in your body, you might just need to move through it.
Yeah, and you know what, to kind of segue this, there's people that are listening that want to do these things and say, that's not a bad idea, to get started and try and see what I like and stuff. But I know, and you probably know as well as a trainer, the gym can be a very intimidating environment for somebody that's unfamiliar or haven't been there in a while, especially with the whole self-conscious thing that's going on with a lot of insecurities, right? And so you work with the volleyball team, right? Correct?
So right now, the fall season, I assisted the women's Bakersfield College volleyball.
Okay. Yes. So working in a team environment, you get an aspect, or you're around an aspect of teamwork, accountability, encouragement. Kind of explain the importance, or kind of chat about the importance of just having accountability partners, or again with the environment where just being around people who can help encourage and lift you up along your fitness journey.
Totally, and I love that. So my clients and everyone, I always recommend, enroll the people you're around. Get them, let them know, speak it with your words. My goal is to be healthy and feel good. I want energy. What are we focused on gaining? The fat will come off, you know, if you're focused on what you want. But tell your family, I'm going to create my environment, I can't have the cookies around me because I'm going to eat them. That's just of course, right? So let's change that environment. In terms of team, even group fitness, I personally can work out all day long. That's just me. I'll do any kind of movement. But my favorite is when I'm in a community with a bunch of people. And then you shared, maybe someone's intimidated by going around a bunch of people, right? So that's where I love to coach the mindset and understanding that's just your subconscious mind trying to keep you safe. You're cool. Everyone's really in there focused on themselves. And they probably have the same thoughts, right? So just give yourself permission to go play in the gym, right? And then the accountability, that's just so important. Right, if my friends are around me eating pizza all day, I am going to want a piece of pizza and I'll likely have it. And then the team thing, a lot of us think, maybe I'll speak for myself, we think that we want to be solo, I can do it on my own, by myself, I got this. There's a good balance to have your free time and reflect, but at the end of the day, community is where it's at. We're not put on this planet, or I should say maybe this is an opinion, to just be by ourselves. Lone Rangers on an island. And I don't know who I heard this from, but the movie Castaway?
Yes, Tom Hanks, right?
Even Tom Hanks needed a Wilson. You see? We think we want to be off on our own, but we really need community. And especially if we're wanting to get healthy and desire to be fit and all that, it's even better. I'm coaching a healthy lifestyle reset group right now. And it is just my favorite thing to do. We check in with each other every day, send voice notes, we're inspiring each other. Girls in my group are doing things that they were trying to do for months.
Yeah.
And now that we have that empowerment, we are just doing things we couldn't do by ourselves.
Yeah.
We probably could, anything's possible, but we're doing it even quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then holding each other accountable when we struggle.
Definitely agree. And it's funny, even I'm more of a solo workout person. So I mean, I've been working out for forever now, so I'm already comfortable working out by myself and everything. But even still, to your point, we're just naturally communicative beings. I'll say what's up to familiar faces. Yeah. I mean, they'll get to the point, if I don't see a couple of familiar faces, or vice versa, they don't see me for a while at the gym. There's such an indirect community in the gym with familiar faces where you're still kind of like, hey, I ain't seen you in a while, or how you been and everything.
Yeah, you're working out by yourself, but you're still in the community.
Yeah, your community's already there, so to speak. So even if you're a solo workout person, you still have that sense of like
imagine going out into a field by yourself with the equipment, and you're out in the field just by yourself. Right. Versus you're in the gym by yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Too. And what's actually funny is that I wrote a blog post about this. It's when you're first going into the gym, you feel like everybody's watching you, but really when you take a step back and think about it, or just kind of observe, everyone thinks that everyone's looking at them. So people are focused on us. People are focused on themselves because they want to look good, and they're like, who's looking at me? So it's kind of like this weird fear myth. Is what the name of the blog post.
As human beings, let me tell you, with my research and practice and training, the biggest fear us humans have is of each other. Right. So we fear looking bad. We want to look good.
Absolutely.
But guess what? Guess who's next to you? They feel the same.
Same thing.
Who's over there? Yeah. Maybe some are in different points of life than others, and they're able to actually just realize that and I'm here for me.
Right.
But if we really get that we're all, just fearful of looking bad, and you really step into that, it's like, oh, well, we're all human the same. Yeah. I'll just be myself then.
Right,
Why waste all this energy trying to look good?
Right. And there's something that's almost enviable about seeing somebody who's truly themselves. And you can tell it's palpable. You can't really describe it, but you can tell somebody that's in their zone, loving life, comfortable in their skin, imperfect, like you mentioned. It's not about being being a perfectionist. I struggle with that as well. But just somebody that's just really comfortable in their own environment and stuff. It doesn't take life too serious.
And I could share, the more that I do this development stuff, the more I step into my power. And when I say power, I mean me.
Yeah.
I wake up and I choose this body.
Right.
And that's been a hard process. Yeah. And it's not easy every day. Right. I still get those thoughts. But then I have those thoughts too now. The more that I step into just who I am and share my authentic self, I have those thoughts of they're going to think I'm trying to show off, or they're going to think I want attention, or they're going to think and then I stop it. There goes the subconscious mind again. Right. Worried about what the other people think, and worried that I'm not going to look good. And when in fact, there's going to be judgment, and it's going to happen.
Yeah, for sure.
But at the end of the day, this is your life, and you get to show up as you if you choose, and it's way more freeing.
Right. Yeah.
And that's one thing I'm glad you mentioned, because I find myself now, the more I'm get into my groove, still a human, not perfect, but I'm man, I got a personality. Yeah. And then I just don't, but then I can't control what people think.
Right.
And we have to remember that.
Right.
Just be you. Yeah. Be respectful, kind, and loving.
Right.
And that's it.
Got about 1 minute left. This conversation can easily go about well, not 1 minute left, but a couple minutes left, because I want to get into some questions. But what's one thing that you can leave, a tip, a book, motivation mantra that you can leave with our listeners?
Okay. Tip or book? There's so many. Okay, I'll give a book and a tip.
Perfect.
So my favorite books thus far have been by Don Miguel Ruiz.
Okay.
They're really small books, very powerful.
Nice.
Okay, so you get a lot. The 4 Agreements, I say start with that one, but he has many. That's a great book recommendation. Perfect. There's many. You can ask me on Instagram if you want more. I have plenty. And tip I'd say is, I think what I just shared is just understand that all of us humans, we experience the same kind of pain, and we all want love at the end of the day, right? Yeah. And then acknowledge that all of our biggest fears are really of each other, of judgment. And understand that we all experience that same thing no matter where we are in life.
Right.
And if we can understand that, and then understand that we all have pain and we all just want to feel love, just step into who you are and choose your body. Yeah. Choose you, because this is your life.
Right.
And if you don't choose your body and choose yourself, then it's going to be struggle, and it's going to drain you.
Yeah.
So the faster you catch on to that, I think you could just give yourself permission to play.
Yeah, for sure. Perfect. That was awesome. That was a perfect way to end that. Like I said, it can go on and on. But I want to get into some of these random quick fire questions so that our listeners can know a little bit about you and how your brain works.
Ooh,
so I got all brand new, fresh questions. No,
I got some adrenaline. I'm like a competitor. Okay, quick fire. Here we go.
And it's perfect because we have about 2 minutes.
Yay.
And I want you to have your instinctive first response. Okay, here we go.
Right
if
on.
you were the last person on Earth, what's the first thing you would do?
If I was the last person on Earth, what's the first thing I would do? Cry.
I was thinking about this myself.
I would never want to be alone on Earth.
Yeah,
That's
it seems scary.
Yeah, that's the truth. I'd cry.
Yeah.
I'd probably cry.
Yeah.
I want my family and friends back.
Like a meteor hits the Earth and you're like for some reason you survived it and everyone else like died. And
I'd create a Wilson.
Yeah.
I'd get a volleyball and make a Wilson.
Yeah.
And cry.
There you go. Perfect. Favorite guilty pleasure?
Warm baked chocolate chip cookies.
I'm a brownies guy myself, but those chocolate chip cookies
with
are
almonds
really
in them.
Nice. Yeah.
A little crunch.
Perfect. One word to describe you in high school.
Loud, competitive. Oh, one word. Loud.
No, loud and competitive is fine. They kind of go hand in hand.
I would just say outgoing.
Outgoing. There you go. It kind of encompasses both. Okay, crushed ice or ice cubes?
Like slushy crushed?
Like when you go to a restaurant and you say, what type of ice would you like?
No ice.
No ice.
That's not the answer.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, if
you
it's
don't
cold.
like ice at all.
Either ice cubes or no ice if it's cold water.
You don't like crushed ice?
I like slushy ice.
Yeah, I don't like crushed ice. It's kind of weird.
No.
Because I feel like you can't I feel like it's too small to
Yeah, if I drink it, it'll choke me.
Exactly. All right, I'm glad I'm not the only one with that. Okay, tattoos or piercings?
Oh, tattoos.
Pepsi or Coke?
Neither. You
Trick
kidding
question.
me?
They both taste the exact same to me.
Well, if I were gonna go, I'd do a Diet Coke.
Diet Coke. Interesting.
But
You're not a soda
that's a
person.
guilty pleasure. Diet Coke.
Really?
Yeah. I don't have it, but when I do.
Clarissa's more of a Dr. Pepper type person.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Really?
I used to drink soda. I don't anymore. I used to drink Dr. Pepper if I did.
Interesting.
Don't anymore.
Spring or fall?
Spring.
Mac or PC?
Mac.
You're a new addition to the crayon box. What color would you be and why?
Oh, I would be like the blue of the ocean because I love water.
There you go. Okay, what's
Ibiza water, that color.
which water?
Ibiza, it's an island off Spain.
What type
I
of
lived
blue
in
is
Spain.
that?
It's a beautiful blue. I can't explain
It's
it.
like more of like one of those dark.
Clear.
It's clear. Okay.
It's like a turquoise bright.
Okay.
Because their sand is white under.
Right.
You gotta go to Ibiza. It's actually Ibiza, but we say
I feel
Ibiza.
like I may have seen that on your Instagram, but I'm not sure.
Probably
I know you
did.
post travel
It's that
pictures.
color
on it. Yeah. Nice. Okay. What's the last thing you watched on TV and why did you choose to watch it?
I don't really watch TV.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
If I chose it, it was like an interesting show.
Yeah.
Dramatic. Or a mindset thing.
There you go.
I try to be normal.
There you go.
I don't watch TV.
If you had to be a kitchen appliance, which one would it be?
A ninja bullet.
Are those one of those? Yeah. Okay.
Because I love my shakes, my protein
Think of that.
shakes.
There you go.
They saved me from eating cookies at night.
I didn't think about that. Okay, favorite holiday?
I got real hippie with holidays. I don't care for national holidays very much. I think they're great for community. My answer is, my favorite holiday is just vacation holiday. Like when we have a day off, so I don't have anything planned to do.
I thought you were gonna say Thanksgiving.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
I like Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving, that
Yeah.
one. Alright, I'm normal too. I like Thanksgiving.
There you go.
You gave me that answer and that was really in my soul.
A celebrity, dead or alive, you'd love to have dinner with?
Oh, William Ferrell. I'm a love him. If he wasn't married, he'd be mine. Will Ferrell. Yep.
All right.
Tony Robbins.
Or Tony Robbins.
Mindset,
Tony Robbins is dope. Okay, last question. Favorite cartoon growing up? Whoa.
I was Pocahontas.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I remember seeing it. I was too young to know what was going on, but I remember all the characters. Yeah.
Pocahontas wanted to be an Indian.
Perfect.
I am an Indian.
Perfect.
I'm glad we're Indian because the mom was like,
very relatable. Well, I appreciate you coming on and just sharing your story. You left a lot for us to take away with. And then once again, people can find you at your website.
Yeah, so on Instagram, Corissa Lulu.
Perfect.
And then my website's CorissaLulu.com. And if you go on there now, you can subscribe and get a free vision journal. We worked hard on that. Set the visions for this year.
Perfect. There you go. So go ahead and handle that. As usual, I had a blast having you on. I appreciate it. And best of luck on your podcast and all of your endeavors for this 2020 year.
Thank you so much for having me. This was so much fun.